Welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Serpent, and today we have an action-packed, plenty of information going on out there in the Ripple XRP world. If you do like the videos, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Thank you also very much for the support that you show the channel. So let's kick things off with something pretty interesting from Russia. It says Russia is ready to disconnect from SWIFT. Now you've heard on the channel that I have spoken about SWIFT. Today we're going to cover off the basics of Ripple versus SWIFT. But this is very interesting that Russia is now looking to disconnect completely from the SWIFT system. And in this particular article, it talks about why Russia is thinking of doing that and what it would mean. And obviously, disconnecting from the SWIFT global payment network as a country is a huge deal. It would be incredible. Like the SWIFT system has over 11,000 banks operating in over 200 countries, and a country like Russia letting go of SWIFT is a big deal. And I've always mentioned that just 10% of the SWIFT market going to XRP Ripple, that would already be a $10 XRP. And as you saw from today's thumbnail, we are going to be talking about that because there is a range of news coming out which could speed up our bull run very rapidly. So very exciting to see that. The biggest news to come out of today is that the SEC on the May 6th, 2 p.m. are having a private meeting. Now, for those of you that go researching and you got the XRP, moon, rainbows and horoscope signs, people saying that this is purely just a meeting for Ripple. That is not true. The SEC is having on May 6th an internal meeting to discuss a range of topics and things that are occurring, not just Ripple. But in the article, it does state that yes, this is going to be a meeting. However, there is institution and settlement of injunctive actions, institution and settlement of administrative proceedings, resolution of litigation claims, and other matters relating to examination and enforcement proceedings. This could be massive. Are the SEC about to settle with Ripple? Have they got to a stage in the case where it's getting quite spicy? It could go either way. Them winning, like so far, nothing has come out to show that they are winning at the discovery and pre-trial phase. So could the SEC chicken out of their December 23 lawsuit and settle with Ripple? What would that do? What would happen if you woke up and you saw headline, Ripple settles with the SEC? Huge news, massive. Not just from the fact that a lawsuit is now off Ripple, which for a lot of investors is important, but why this is so crucial to the price of Ripple is because of all the partnerships that at the moment are staying quiet while the lawsuit is on. They cannot mention that they're currently working with Ripple because Ripple is currently being investigated by the SEC for being a security. So once the settlement happens, you're going to see company after company after company, which have already been working with them, hush hush. They're going to come out publicly and say, we are on the Ripple network. So massive news. We will keep an extreme close eye on May the 6th, 2 p.m., which will be early morning here in Australia. And I cannot wait to see what unfolds out of that. And of course, the judge as well. She has to make her own ruling as well and see what she thinks about the events that occurred last week during the latest court hearing. So very exciting. Now, I want you, if you are serious about XRP, I do want you to go and have a look at this. So I want you to have a look at SWIFT versus Ripple, and I want you to research this because as we go through it, it just makes more and more sense about the potential, about the possibilities, and how RippleNet can dominate compared to SWIFT in due course. It's not over time. I'm sure SWIFT didn't get 11,000 institutions all in one day. It takes time. But let's have a look at this. Started in 1973, started in 2012. CEOs, 300 clients at the moment, 11,000 clients plus at the moment. How long do settlement times take? Up to 10 days, seconds. Instant settlements are available. Liquidity sourcing is available. Determined by the bank is the same. One is a messaging service, the other one is a blockchain service. One is decentralized, the other one is centralized. One uses fiat and crypto as currency, the other one just uses fiat. And countries, it is currently serving, one's got 70 and the other one's got 140. And so in your research, should you be considering getting into Ripple? Why is everybody talking about $10, $20, $30? Wouldn't it mean X amount of market cap if Ripple was to be $100 or $1,000? How could this even possibly be? I want you to go and do your research on who Swift is, how much money they are currently transacting every single day through the Swift system versus Ripple. And if Ripple were to take huge portions of the Swift network away from them, what would that mean into the daily transactions that are occurring every single day on the Ripple network? And I think if you do your research properly on this particular case, I think you will be one very, 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 very happy XRP community member in the not too distant future. Now, not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. I've just done my homework on this. And because I've done the homework, I come to you and I bring you this. But I don't want you to just trust me. I want you to go out there and do your research when it comes to this. Because it is so important. When the price go up, when the price go down, it's important for you to know what you are holding. And this is why I bang on about this stuff. Now, from where we are to where we're going to $2.40 before we break the all-time high. And this is regardless of the news that's coming out May 6 or may not be coming out May 6. This is just based on all the fundamentals and technicals. There was a recent article that was published in the Australian News Daily says that cryptocurrency is the future and Australia is living in the dark ages. Now, while this video isn't about that, for those Aussies that are following the channel, I want to know your thoughts on this topic. Is Australia doing enough? Are we advancing as a country when it comes to blockchain? Are we being left behind? What could we do, to advance things? Do we need to have more startups? Do we need to incentivize the startup community to build on blockchain? I'd love to know your thoughts on this topic. Very passionate, as you know, about this stuff, and very passionate about Australia and Australian businesses. So would love to know your thoughts in the comments about what can Australia do to get with the times when it comes to cryptocurrencies. Now, back to the charts. So as we can see here, while this person, Crypto Joker 12 mentioned, a couple of years ago, him mentioning that XRP will one day be $14, back when it was only 30 cents, seemed crazy. But now, as we look at the times, I think that time is coming. And so he's getting very, very excited. What we're forming here is very, very bullish. And now this is where it gets really, really exciting. This particular line, this is on the 1 weekly chart. This is the biggest all-time high. This is the biggest weekly close since January 22, 2018. The biggest since January 2018. Look at that. I mean, that is a monstrous close that is ready for takeoff. And so we are getting very, very excited in the XRP camp because we know what is about to happen and we're about to break some all-time highs. While you do your research on Swift versus Ripple, it also is important to check out instant liquidity and how the Ripple network works when it comes to instant liquidity. There's tons of information out there about it, how it works, why you would want to. Heaps of testimonials on this topic as well, and how overall the entire ecosystem works. And also, I do very much highly encourage you to check out Ripple's LinkedIn company page because it is full of fantastic information, updates as a company, job updates, all these type of things are happening. And so very, 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 very exciting, channel to follow. I think, from a price action point of view, I think if we go, looking at this right now, from here, I think 275 is probably a good push. Roll back down a little bit, into the 240s and then break that all-time high. TradingView.com does have XRP versus the US dollar. At the time of making the video, $1.58. It is a buy signal at the moment. And so target number one, as always, number one is going to 197 and breaking that 197. It is a very strong resistance point. So we've achieved buy target number one, which was, like buying down here when it got to 90 cents and then getting to there. So target number one has been achieved, but now we've got to push through and break that $2 mark. Once we break it successfully, we are on for 270 and then a little bit of consolidation before 330. So it is looking mighty fine. And again, from a price action point of view and what I think is going to happen, again, by the end of May, $3.50 by the end of May is certainly not out of the question, but that was based on SEC versus Ripple not selling. Now that gets all chucked in the bin if the SEC and Ripple settle. And the FTC versus Ripple settle, then we are set for a mighty run well past $10. I think $10 will probably be the first target straight out of the gate. So selling with the SEC, a whole bunch of companies come out and announce that they actually are in fact working with Ripple. And then from there, just an avalanche of things to come out. So very exciting. I'm going to leave you with this because it is looking like this month is our month. I cannot wait. If you did enjoy the video, do not forget to hit the like and subscribe button. I cannot wait to see you on the next one.